Hi, everybody. It is Friday, the 3rd of January. Um, just another busy day, lots going on. Cameo and books and a print, post office, video doing now, doggies, practicing. Lots, just every day is pretty full, which I appreciate. I love having a full day to deal with things. Um, I'm going to go back and visit an artist that I did long, long time ago. And because it's his birthday today, and I thought it would be nice to revisit Stephen Stills. This was an album called Stills from 1975. I'm going to give you some info here on this one. Actually, I'm going to go. His bio is like so ridiculous. It's just unbelievable. When you read this, it just goes on forever. It's one of the longest ones of any artist I've ever done. I'll just do a little bit of the top of this, and then if anybody wants at that point, they can go down and Wikipedia him and just see really what a remarkable career Stephen's had. And I've been really fortunate enough over the years to have worked with Stephen solo, David solo, Crosby solo, Graham Nash solo, Crosby Nash, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. I mean, it's like the variety is really amazing amongst this cast of amazing musicians. But what it's got here is Stephen Arthur Stills, born January 3rd, 1945, is an American musician, singer, and songwriter, best known for his work with Buffalo Springfield, Crosby, Stills and Nash, and Manassas. As both a solo act and member of 3 successful bands, Still has combined record sales of more than 35 million albums. He's ranked number 28 in the Rolling Stones 2003 list of the 100 greatest guitarists of all time, and number 47 in the 2011 list. Stills became the first person to be inducted twice on the same night into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. According to Neil Young, Stephen is a genius. Beginning his professional career with Buffalo Springfield, he composed For What It's Worth, which became one of the most recognizable songs of the 1960s. Still a great song. Other notable songs he contributed to the band were Sit Down, I Think I Love You, Bluebird, Rock and Roll Woman. According to bandmate Richie Furay, Stills was the heart and soul of Buffalo Springfield. After Buffalo Springfield disbanded, Stills began working with David Crosby and Graham Nash as a trio called Crosby, Stills and Nash, CSN. In addition to writing many of the band's songs, Stills played bass guitar and keyboards on their debut album. The album sold over 4 million copies and at that point had outsold anything from the 3 members' prior bands, the Byrds, Buffalo Springfield, and the Hollies. The album won the trio a Grammy Award for Best New Artist. Hard to believe you think back to they were the new artist on this. Stills' first solo album, Stephen Stills, earned a gold record and is the only album to feature both Jimi Hendrix and Eric Clapton. Its hit single, Love the One You're With, became his biggest solo hit, peaking at number 14 on the Billboard Hot 100. Stills followed this with a string of solo albums, as well as starting a band with Chris Hillman called Manassas. And Chris Hillman, we go back with that to what I've just been doing with Herb Peterson, when Herb and Chris had been working together. But he formed this band with Chris called Manassas in 1972. In the summer of 74, Young reunited with CSN after a 4-year hiatus for a concert tour that was recorded and released in 2014 as CSNY 1974. It was one of the first stadium tours and the largest tour the band had done to date. CSN reunited in 1977 for their album CSN, which became the trio's best-selling record. CSN and CSNY continued to have platinum albums throughout the 1980s. Then it just goes on, it talks about he was born in Dallas and blah, blah, blah. And it's a lot to read, his life and his career, time with Joni Mitchell, CSN, CSNY solo work. It's really Manassas. It just goes reunions. And we're just up to the 90s at that point. And it's got later years, personal life with Judy Collins and other relationships. Let's see, what do we got here? It's got marriages and families. During a Manassas tour in France, Stills met his first wife, French singer-songwriter Veronique Sanson. They were married on March 14th, 1973. Their son, Chris Stills, was born in 74. They divorced in 79. In 88, He married American model Pamela Ann Jordan, with whom he had a daughter, Eleanor. His third wife, Christine Hathaway, with whom he married in May of 1996. Stills' son, Justin Stills, was born in 1972 to Harriet Tunis. Justin was critically injured while snowboarding on Mount Charleston just outside of Las Vegas in 1977. An episode of Discovery Health's documentary series, Trauma, Life in the ER, featured his treatment and recovery. And it goes on and on and on about all this stuff. But, the great thing was when we were working on this was when I met Veronique for the first time, and then worked on her first one of her early albums, because she is still a monumental artist in France. And we reunited around early 90s and started working together. And I did a number of albums with her and a number of tours. I was going to France every year for about 10 years, working with Vero. She's amazing. But so that's just like a Cliff Notes version of what's going on with Stephen here. But this album, I'll get some credits on here. I shared bass duties on this album with the great Kenny Passarelli. English Richie, Dallas Taylor, Tubby Ziegler, and Russ Kunkel are listed as the drummers on this. A lot of musicians involved on this. Donnie Dacus, George Terry, Rick Roberts, and Stephen Stills on guitar. Jerry Aiello and Stephen on keyboards. Percussion was the great Joe Lala. Vocals on this are Betty White, not that Betty White. I wish it was. That would have been great. Betty White, Claudia Lanier, David Crosby, Donnie Dacus, George Terry, Graham Nash, Joe Lala, Kenny Passarelli, Rick Roberts, and Stephen Stills. It was produced and arranged by Stephen, mastered by Alex Sadkin. Engineering on this was Jeff Gersio, Bill Halverson, and Don Gehman, Gehman, mixed by Howie Albert and Ron Albert. And we recorded at the record plant and Caribou Ranch. I think most of the work I did was up at Caribou in the dead of winter with him. So let me play a couple of songs here and get some credits on those. Let's see, I just want to get you the writer's credits here. Turn Back the Pages. I'll play that one first, and that was written by Stephen Stills and Donnie Dacus. Turn back, here we go. Pull my little speaker over here, and this is what I'm playing everything through, is my little Bose speaker. Here we go.
I thought I knew you, but I did not know the second. Went down the long road, leading to the bed. I know you're trying again, rearrange my mind, but when you're not here, you left me nothing. So turn back the pages. Who remembers names? Who remembers faces? Turn back, don't drive yourself crazy. Life's too short for repetitious changes.
turn back the pages. Let me find one here. This one is called In the Way. Let me get it. This was written by Stephen. He has such a signature vocal style. He's really, I mean, he just, as soon as I hear anything by him, I just go, Stephen. It's great. Okay, here's one called First Things First. Let me get some, check the writers here. Oh, this one is Joe Shermy, John Smith, and Stephen Stills wrote this. First Things First. Here we go.
First things first, when you can quit living in the bed, and you stop worrying about tomorrow, then I think you just might last. And I know the price of freedom, getting more than a little high with these
Cool. One more. This one is called New Mama, written by Neil Young. I was thinking, this is the period when Stephen and Vero had been together, and they had just had Christopher. So, but I'm not sure where the came from with Neil writing it. Who knows? They're a tight community. So here we go, New Mama. And the album is Stills, and it's Stephen Stills.
New mama's got a sun in her eyes. No clouds are in my changing skies. Each morning when I get up to rise, I'm living in a dreamland. Changing times, ancient reasons, they turn to lies. Throw them all away. Hand in hand, gift of wonders to understand and open all the way. New mama's got a sun in her eyes. No clouds are in my changing skies. Each morning when I get up to rise, I'm living in a dreamland.
Hard to believe Stephen is 80 years old today. Yeah, amazing career, just amazing legacy and history that he's left behind and is still leaving. It's like he hasn't quit, he hasn't stopped. It still breaks my heart that David's gone, because there was something so magic about those guys all together. But happy birthday, Stephen. All my best wishes. And another birthday I'm going to acknowledge today, too, is the wonderful Guy Pratt. Guy is one of my favorite bass players. He played, with Pink Floyd and Madonna, all kinds of people. We became friends at the Warwick bass camps and did some video stuff together. And just one of those guys. He's just a unique player and individual, fun guy to hang with. So happy birthday, Guy. But happy birthday, Stephen, and I will be back tomorrow. Okay, Happy New Year, everybody. Still going on. Okay, bye-bye.